Good afternoon. It is Friday, December 22nd, 2:35 p.m. You know, people, I'm glad I own gold. I'm glad I own real physical gold and silver this morning. Yes, it's been a horrible disappointment these last 5, 6 years. Yes, I told you I'll go down with the ship. Yes, the world has had a grand old party in stocks and real estate and everything else, while gold investors had to just get beat up every day. But this morning, I'm glad that I own real gold and silver. And I've said it before, if you can't stand in front of it and defend it, you don't really own it. So I'm very happy this morning that I don't have to try to log into Coinbase and be told, well, we're experiencing technical difficulties right now. Try again later. Okay? And that's what it is, people. I was out last night. I was having dinner with my wife. It was kind of late. It was like 10:30. And I get a text actually, from my friend who just bought Litecoin like 7 or 8 days ago. And he's got a penchant for being very dramatic. So he texts me, the bubble popped. And I'm like, well, what are you talking about? And that's all I'll say, the bubble popped. So I'm like, listen, I'm having dinner with my wife. I'm not following the markets. What are you talking about? Oh, the bubble popped. That's all I'm going to say. So, I go on. I have my iPad. I go on. I see Bitcoin. It's like 13,000. I look at his Litecoin. It's like, upper 200s, whatever it is. I'm like, listen, it's certainly not a crash. Yeah, they're down, but it's not a crash. So he's kicking himself. He's saying how, I was wrong and you were right, meaning me being right, because he did everything but twist my arm to try to buy it. And I told him, it's a bubble. So I didn't buy it. I was wrong, you were right. So then this morning I wake up, I look at Bitcoin, it's 10,000, right? And I said to him, I text him, I said, this is like a 50% retracement. Basically, this is a normal 50% retracement. Okay, so I said to him, so for all you crypto lovers out there, this is gut check time. All right, if you truly believe in this technology, it's gut check time. Right now, I don't know if it's going to go up or down. All right, from here, and anybody who tells you they know, they're lying. Okay, because they don't know. All right. So I don't know if it's going to go up or down from here, but I'm glad I don't have to worry about it. All right. So I said to him, it's gut check time. And he said, don't bother me. All right. And it has started to come back up. All right. Now, I don't know if this is the start of something worse or not. All right. But what I do know, okay, and I've said it before, that all these people running around buying all these cryptos, right, they haven't got a clue what it's all about. Okay? And I always go back to the Big Short, right? At the beginning of the movie, he's talking about how everything is crashing and all the talking heads and the experts, they didn't have a clue, right? And he says, I'm guessing you don't really know what happened. Yeah, you got a soundbite so you don't sound stupid, right? All people are getting are sound bites. Digital ledger, right? Decentralized currency. It all sounds good. It's just a soundbite. But at the end of the day, it's just a bunch of C++ programmers programming open source code on a Unix platform. So if you think you understand what all this is all about, you haven't a clue. Right? I very rarely agree with Warren Buffett. All right? There's a lot of things about him, all right, I don't like. Okay? But he says, I invest in what I know, right? And I agree with that statement. Invest in what you know, right? Now, a lot of people, as gold was going up, right, they invested in gold. They didn't know gold. They didn't know money. They just saw the price was going up and they wanted in. And now these same people are investing in Bitcoin. What? They don't know the technology. They're getting sound bites, All right, and if you're not an IT person, why are you investing in something that is strictly IT? What sense does that make? Oh, it's the blockchain. All right, yeah, all right. Tell me more about this blockchain. Tell me more. Explain it to me. All right, explain to me how you could tell the difference between which blockchain is going to ultimately be better and which technology is going to be better. You can't. All right, so stop regurgitating the sound bites. So they didn't know money back then, and they invested in gold, and they don't know the technology now, and they're investing in Bitcoin. All right? If I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong, people. And like I said before, okay, I'm not saying there's not a place for the technology, right? But there will always be the next iteration, something better. You know, it reminds me of another movie I saw years ago. When my children were young. There was this movie called Iron Will. Very nice movie, entertaining movie. And he's ready to go off to college. His father passes away. He lives up, I don't know if it was North Dakota. He lives somewhere. It's all snow. And he's going to do this race, this dog sled race, right? And it's this long race. It's going to take like a week. And, you know, you do the dog sled for many miles. Then you come to this base. And at the base, you could get something to eat. You get something to drink. You could rest. You could repair, right? And then you're off to the next base. Whenever you feel like going to the next base, you can go to the next base, right? And his plan, he's going to go to the base. He's going to sleep 5 hours one night, get up and go. Then the next night, he's going to sleep 4 hours, get up and go. The next night, 3 hours, get up and go. 2 hours, get up. Then the last night, he's going to get like an hour's sleep and he's just going to go, right? But way back when the race first starts, right, he goes out to the lead like a sprinter, right? He's got the dogs. He's going way out to the lead. And this is the first time he's ever raced. And he's just like 17, 18 years old. And there's all these hardened men that have been doing this all their lives, right? And they're behind him, right? And then he's going out, and then so he either gets exhausted. I forget if he just gets so exhausted or some problem with his sleigh or one of his dogs, right? And he has to stop, right? And then all the men pass him by, and they're waving at him. Thanks for cutting a trail. Thanks for cutting a trail. I'll never forget that. He did all the heavy lifting, all right? He paved the way, he made the trail, and he made it easier for everybody else to come behind him, right? So if everybody thinks Bitcoin is the end and Litecoin is the end, okay, I got a rude awakening for you people. It's not, and you don't have a clue, and I'm telling it how it is, okay? You got a soundbite so you don't sound stupid. So I don't know if Bitcoin is going up or down. I don't know if this is, buy the dip. I don't know if this is a healthy correction. I don't know. But I do know it's a recipe for disaster. If not today, okay, soon enough. Okay? So I'm glad that I own gold today. Real gold and silver. All right? So gold is up nicely. It's up $8. All right? And speaking of the big short again, right? I said to my friend, this is gut check time. So for all you crypto lovers out there, this is gut check time. Because back at the end of that big short, I love to go back to the big short. It's got so much, okay? They're having this bull-bear debate, right? And that's what's going on right now. There's a bull-bear debate with these cryptos, right? And you got Bruce Miller, the famous bullish investor, right? And you got Mark Baum, right? And he's one of the last big shorts he hasn't sold his short position yet. And they have this debate, right? And Bruce Miller, he has $200 million invested in Bear Stearns, right? And he says his case is, in the entire history of Wall Street, no investment firm has ever failed unless they were caught in criminal activity. The entire history of Wall Street, no investment firm has ever failed except they were caught in criminal activity. And while he's speaking, Bear Stearns is dropping like a rock. 41, 39, 37, 35. And somebody says to him, while you were speaking, Bear Stearns is down 38%. Would you buy more? And he says, yeah, I'll buy more. Well, you know what? Bitcoin lovers and crypto lovers, Bitcoin and all the rest, they're down 25, 30, 40%. Here's your time. Buy more, okay? Because in the entire history of Bitcoin, which is only, 10 years, it's never failed, right? It's always come back. Well, here's your chance, crypto lovers. What are you going to do? Put up or shut up, right? So I'm tired of all this nonsense. People run around. They want to think they're IT guys because they can, recite things like blockchain and decentralized currency and peer-to-peer networking, all right? I hope you're smarter than that. I really do. So, other than that, markets are pretty quiet. The 10-year is at 2.48. Really hasn't done much of anything. Stocks are down, not much, okay? Down slightly. President Trump signed this tax reform bill, so it's a law. We'll see how this all plays out. But basically, this year is winding down. Next week is an abbreviated week. I just want to get this year behind us and see what happens next year. That's pretty much it, people, for today. Just want to thank everybody for their loyal viewership. Thank you for the comments. Thank you for the likes. It's been good. Very interesting. Want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas. Have a blessed day and weekend, and just stay safe and enjoy. And again, thank you for everything, and Lord willing, we pick it up next week. Ciao.